I'll read. So it's another end of the month update, which means a video on the driftometer. I can't believe another month's gone. We're 10 months through. There's only 2 months left. Everything's turning into Christmas. Um, so I just wanted to give you an update. And again, the usual format. I'll just go through the list. But just to start with, I just wanted to say I've had my biggest month so far. It's been absolutely phenomenal. It's actually about £600 better than that month there. Um, so I've actually the average of my monthly earnings is now over £2,000 a month for the last 10 months, which is incredible. Really, I never thought I'd get anywhere near that. I am expecting it to drop November and December, but I'll come on to that later on. So that's definitely peaked there. It's not going to get any higher. In fact, it's going to get quite a bit lower. So just starting from the top then. As you can see, each way sniper never fails to amaze. It's actually when I was thought it dropped here in August because I'd lost like sort of Bet365 Sky, and I thought it was just going to keep going down and down, but it's actually gone up. I did have a lucky day in October. Speaking to a mate, he was putting like high amounts on Paddy, and at that point I'd only had Paddy left, so I upped my stakes to what he was using, which was something daft, and I don't even know why that amount was, but I think it was something like 1375 or something. And I ended up with a £600 win. I think I posted it on the Discord group. Yeah, for that particular day, maybe in the 18th. I'm not sure now. I can't remember. But I had I then got a email from lads again, and this is weird because it's happened with Coral now. It's happened with lads. It's previously happened with Bet365, where the offer is like a promotion or a free bet. I think this one was just click, the daily promotion thing. I can't even remember what the offer was called. I think Corals is that money grabber thing, and lads is something else. And it wasn't even a £5 free bet, which it was with Bet365. And it just the email makes it look like after previously being good and told you can't qualify for any promotions, you get an email like that suggests you can use that promotions again. So at that point, when I get those emails, I don't even do the offer and go on and try it. I just go into each way sniper and set them back up and started working. And what I am stake restricted, so I've reduced both pad. So I'm now left with Paddy Power and lads on my man um, system. If you don't know, I've got two EWS subscriptions. One I call Man, which is my big ones where I can get £5 on each way, and the other one I call Boy, which is where I've totally stake restricted and I've got like different accounts using just 50p each way. I used to have them sort of together in one subscription, but I found that bookies like Sky Bet, where you're restricted like 50p each way, it um, it kind of hogs all the bets. So I actually split them off and kept them separate. It was dead annoying when when mates were getting like winners were £5 and £10 each way, and I was getting 50p on Sky, and they were getting them with the bookies that I could get £5 each way on. Um, hard to hopefully that explains it. That's what it's saying. It's hard to explain, but that was my theory for getting two. If I go into them, I've got them open here actually from the day this week. I haven't got. I've cleared the. All I do now is look at the end of each month to see how well I've done. Apart from that 18th when I got a message off my mate saying he'd like blasted a sniper for the day. So I had a look then. But all I do is I go in each month, record the figures in here, and I then clear the log. So if I go into this one here is Canny One, which is one of my servers, one of my mini PCs. And this is my man system. Or one's my man, or two is my boy. So this has got sniper running here, you can see. If anybody knows why this is a tiny screen, can you let us know? I've tried to fix this one over and over again, and these are two mini PCs. They're both like similar. Well, they're both identical model makes, but the models are slightly different. This one's got about 8 gig of RAM, and I think this one's got 12. But this one looks like this, look, and it's like full screen. This one always seems to just put it into like a little window, and I have to like resize all these columns to see everything. So otherwise, it's way off the end of the screen. I've reinstalled Chrome Remote Desktop and everything on this. I've done stuff on the remote PC and I've done stuff on the local. And this remote PC is definitely set up with the right resolution. But every time I come in here, it just makes no difference. It just and the only thing I remember doing maybe slightly differently on this one was I installed like some desktop app version of Chrome Remote Desktop, whereas on the other one I hadn't. But I've subsequently since went onto this one and installed the desktop app here. But it still looks like this. It's mental. And if I'm looking at it on a mobile, it's like this, and then this one's like this. So I just don't know what's going on. If anybody's an expert with Chrome Remote Desktop, but anyway, back to EWS. You can see here. So from the 1st of November, I'm £52.80 up, and I just leave this running all month now. You can see the losses here. I'm only on £3 each way. This is me man. The reason I'm back down to £3 each way is because I'm getting more bets on lads, and I can't put like five. I might be able to put five on, but only at certain odds. I certainly can't put £10 each way on, so I've just reduced Paddy down to £3 each way as well. I don't like having different stakes across different bookies on the same version of EWS. And then on this one, I forgot to run this on the 1st and the 2nd. I looked at it today just before recording this video and realised it wasn't even running. It had stopped because what I'd done is I'd stopped the app, cleared the log, which I clear each month, and then I forgot to click run again. So my bad. But again, this one made about, I think it was only about, I can't remember. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I've got them split off. Yeah, it's only made 29.52 last month, which isn't great. But when you look, it's only 25 pence each way stakes, because that's all I can get on with a lot of these. So as you can see here, I've only got Sky, which is where I got the majority of the bets from. B-Win and Poker Stars running, so they're the only three. So that's nothing as well, really. But I still made 29 quid off it last month. Minus the subs, of course, means that it runs about even. So I'll see how it goes this month. I think there's been last few days. There's been a lot of postponements and abandoned meets and stuff. So there's been very limited racing anyway. So I've probably done well on this one. But when you look at this one, that's over 2 days. Although I've got no. It's what time's it now? 20 to 10. And I've got no bets on yet for today. I haven't even looked at the racing today. There's possibly not many meets on. And again, with this storm, some might be abandoned. I know that was abandoned there. Fakenham was abandoned on, when was that? The first, a couple of days back, because them two were non-runners. I think it was abandoned after the first race. I think the first race ran and then they abandoned it, something like that. But anyway, £52.80 over 2 days is about £26 a day. If you multiply that by the number of days in the month, if you were getting £26 a day, you'd be looking at something along the lines of like nearly 800 quid there. Rough calculations over 30 or 31 days of the month. So that's all you have to do really, is even 10 quid a day is 300 a month. So I'm going to do a longer video on Each Way Sniper, because I still believe it's a really good money maker for anybody who's got this set of bookies accounts that EWS supports, which are these ones along here. You've basically got William Hill's lads, Coral, Sky Bet, Betfair, Paddy Power, 888, BetVictor, Betfred, Sporting Bet, 10Bet, B-Win, Unibet, Poker Stars, and Bet365, which reminds us I still need to create a Unibet account. I'm going to come up to that in the match betting. But yeah, if you've got any of these accounts and you've been state restricted or anything, I'd seriously get on Each Way Sniper. The only problem is now it's £60 a month. It used to only be £30 a month. They then froze the system so you couldn't join, and now it's opened back up. If you do want to get involved, have a look at that. If you open the Driftometer, you can get to this. I'll put a link to it in the video. You can click on any of these links down the left-hand side here that are underlined to actually go and see these systems. And if you do use any of my links, just like to thank you in advance, much appreciated, because I do get a little kickback from some of them. Um, some are more than others, some aren't really worth promoting really, but I'm not just promoting because the fact I get a kickback. I'm actually promoting them if they work. In fact, there's some I've actually taken off where I was getting commission for people signing up, and I've actually taken them off because they don't work. I'm not like one of these who are going to tell you, oh, try exponential bet, keep use that, because you can see there it just didn't work, so I stopped using it. So I'm no longer promoting it. So that one doesn't have a link, for example. And like the Bet247 Pro, anything in red, I'm ditching. Anything in amber is either new or on the line, undecided. And anything in green is where I've made a go of it, and I believe in the green ones, and that they work. So moving on, then I've spent quite a long time on Each Way Sniper. Affiliate marketing, I've made 543 out of that, which is really good. The only caveat there to say is it's been a 5 week month, so there's been 5 weekly payments in that. So that's probably about that works out about £100 a month, which is really good. That's what I'm making out of what I've just mentioned about people using links and stuff, and a few other bits and bobs that I've promoted elsewhere. Betting gods I haven't been using recently. I've explained in previous videos why. I'll be picking that up when I get to Spain, which is likely to be the start of December now, but that's to come. Our insurance, I had to stop using that because I got gubbed. Well, there was the close season, then I got gubbed, and now it's actually, I think the one that's opened back up is on a different account because both Mr. and Mrs. D have lads' accounts, and it's mine that's been opened back up to use on Each Way Sniper. But I'm not going to do the ACCA insurance in case I damage the account because I'd rather keep it for Each Way Sniper. Odds Monkey, I made £94 next month. I've done a little bit more work on that one. I was qualifying. Poker Stars is all right because you place quite a few bets on the Each Way Sniper, and you get these chests to open. So I've had a few £5 free bets. I've done a few others, and I opened a couple of obscure bookies accounts, which is what I'm going to do in November and December onwards. I'm going to have more time on my hands in December when I get to Spain. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up the match betting again because I've looked at Odds Monk. It's only costing me £19.99 a month. So all I need to do is make that £20 and I'm covered. Anything else is pure profit. So I'm going to hope and build that up. I haven't got all the main bookies obviously, but when I've had a look at some of the offers on Odds Monkey and some of the weekly betting clubs, there's some quite obscure bookies in there which I'm not even signed up to. So I'm planning in December, and I'm not sure how well it's going to go, but I'm going to sign up to all these obscure bookies that I can and see if I can pick Odds Monkey up a bit because I have got spare time. I can just do it in the mornings before I start my day in Spain, before I go out and stuff. Task Rabbit, dead in the water at the minute for me, but I still highly recommend it. So it's still in green. It's a good way of making extra income if you've got a bit of spare time and you're not working full time and you just need to fill some gaps in your diary. Exponential bet out. These red ones will be coming off the sheet for next year. So when we create the 2024 sheet, I'll be taking the red ones out. Betfair Trading 96. That's made up of that. For some reason, I was half success. Well, I had a good few bets with the golf in there. Well, it wasn't many bets, but I had a good winner with the golf off the Ninja website, Trade Ninja. Putting some tips on there with the golf. It's a bit like value betting, but for golf. And for some reason in October, I don't know why, but there's just so many different things on here and other things happening. I just totally forgot all about it, and I don't know. I wasn't even seeing I'm sure I got into it because I seen an email about it, but just totally forgot about it and I haven't put any on at all. And I can't believe it's gone a month and I haven't done that. So the football plus 23. Greyhounds are 29. These Greyhounds is mainly just some of the strats I'm running on Betfair Bot Manager, and typically I don't even look at those now. They're just penny to 10 pence bets, and with only slight recovery for like a couple of losses, and then just resets, so you don't end up doubling up, and losing an absolute fortune. They're just like pretty safe and sound. They'll go up a bit, they'll go down a bit, they'll go up a bit. Um, and again, I couldn't trust the Betfair Bot Manager figures because it didn't seem to be calculating them properly. So now this is just the Betfair Exchange P&L at the end of every month. And horse racing, I've got 43.55. That's a couple of things there. It's like that Juice Storm, as is a couple of the Greyhound bets probably, but I haven't got the split, which is a bit unfortunate. So that's my figures straight out of the Betfair Exchange. Obviously, some of the trials I'm doing on the videos on the Canny Drifters YouTube site, they're just paper trading, so they're not part and parcel of this, like the Dutchin and stuff. It's not part of that 2317. These are separate things that are just running. I'll try and go into that in more detail in some, because I'm not even remembering what some of these are made up of, like the £43 horse racing. Not even sure where all that's coming from, other than I've got Betfair Bot Manager running. I'm trying to think what else I've got, but I'll have to have a look to see where those bets are coming from on like a daily basis, which is something I've not been doing, to be honest. Bet 247 Pro, keep it green, £14 profit. I'm ditching that now. It kind of ran out midway through. That was quite a good month actually, because it kind of ran out. I think it was about the 18th of October, and it didn't renew automatically, where the previous couple of months it had renewed automatically via PayPal. There seemed to be some kind of renewal error, so I just didn't bother renewing it. I don't think it's making enough anyway to warrant keeping it. I mean, it's just like pounds. I think it's £15 a month as well, so I haven't even made a profit there when you look at those numbers. I was only betting. I can't remember what I was up to. I think it was £5 I was up to. I was making £5 bets, and to be honest, you'd have to raise your stakes and your bank to probably at least, well, £20, 25, 30, even up to £50 stake to actually make a nice profit out of that. But it probably would. Apart from that month, you wouldn't. So I mean, the last 2 months has only broke even at lower stakes. But so I'm ditching that one actually. I'm not going to bother with it anymore because it's not making enough. I don't have a big enough bank to put aside for it in case it doesn't work. Forex trading, we've lost another 23 quid. I don't know what's going on with it. I've lost 85 in total. I think there's about £14.60 or £14.70 left in the Forex account that I've got out of the £100. And I've had it run the last week. It's not made any trades at all, so something's definitely gone wrong with that. I was just waiting until I'd lost the remaining part of the £100 to then probably, I will be ditching that as well. I do need to look into it in more detail if I wanted to do it, and I haven't got the time. Or in the minute, I might have in December. I'm going to do an overhaul of all these in the end of December anyway, and see what's going to go through in the next year. But that's not one of them. This one would be if I was still going to be here. I've had an absolutely amazing month on Crep Chief Notify. I know it might divide a few people, but it's just reselling. You're buying stuff cheap and selling it at a profit. It's just so happens you're buying. I mean, normal retailers would probably buy something for say 10 and sell it for 20. Like double the price, and then after all the costs and everything, they end up with a bit of a profit. With this, though, you're buying stuff or getting stuff really cheap, or even I've done really well this month. I've actually won an item in like a raffle thing. Not like a raffle, it was like a giveaway. The raffles are for like trainers and stuff where you can win a raffle for trainers, and that just gives you the option to buy them at a price of like say 100 quid, but then that's so in demand you can sell them for like 300-400 quid or even more. So if you remember, this month I was just doing low ticket items. I was just doing everything under 100 quid. This one I've done a lot more. I think I've had three three pairs of trainers sold. I've had, I don't know, I've done two watches, and then also the collectibles are unreal. You can get like collectibles, and when I say collectibles, to think of like I don't know, just like not just geeky stuff, like kids stuff, like all the Disney stuff, all the the Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, and it's not even just that. Like there's loads of different stuff. I don't really want to go into it because I'm not going to do any more videos on it either, because it's the videos aren't that appealing really, because you can't, basically the terms and conditions are Crep Chief notifies you can't sort of mention the items that they're promoting. The reason being is because it's it that's their living really. They're selling this subscription for $34.99 a month, and if somebody was just to copy and paste all the items that they're recommending, they haven't really got a business. So if you start doing that and find out, they're just going to boot you off, and you're not going to get back on. So I'm not going to do that, because honestly, it's a really good money maker. I know there's a little objection on the Discord group about it, but I mean, it's up to you. What I won't be doing is on the next level, you can actually go through these levels on the Discord server. Like I'm at beginner level still. I didn't even like. I knew this was going to be my last month. I mean, I think my subscription's definitely ended now, and I was thinking about because I'm only going away in Spain in the end of November now. I was hoping to get away at the start of November. Because I'm only going at the end of November, I was thinking about doing it in November as well, but I've got so much to do and sort out between now and the end of November. I haven't really got time to do that. Time to do it this month. Had a really good time last month. I was selling some stuff at like amazing profits to get that money, but it's just so easy as well. I mean, the only thing I don't like about it is you obviously have to put time into it, which is I'm more of a, if you know, if you've seen one of my other videos, I'm in all the passive stuff. I mean, that's where EWS is better for me. But you have to put time into this. You have to list the items, and that's like either on eBay, Facebook, or Gumtree. Now, eBay, I absolutely detest. I can't stand the thing. It's the fees are absolutely extortionate. Listing stuff takes a year. Dealing with people takes time. But at the end of the day, I've made over £1,000 profit in 1 month there. As you can see, it's like four times as much as I made the previous month by just selling higher value items. I've also still got a couple of like summer things for the garden, which I haven't sold, and I've still made £1,019 profit, and and 261, so that's 1,280 profit. And I've got two items to sell next year, which I'm sure I will sell. It's just won't sell now because they're like summer items for the garden, and it's not really garden weather. So all I've done is I've taken those listings down, and I'm keeping them in the shed. And when it comes to like sort of March or April next year, they're going straight back on, and I'm pretty sure I'll sell them because they are. I got them really cheap, and what I'm trying to sell them for is really good value. It's just they won't sell like October, November, December time. Nobody wants them or needs them. So yeah, I mean, I'll have a little bit profit off Crep Chief Notify sometime next year, without even doing it. Well, obviously without even doing anything, without buying anything more. I just need to list them and sell them. But the listings are there. I've just ended them. I can just start them back up again. I'm not deleting them. So I would totally recommend, if you have got time and you like buying and reselling, is to look at these guys. Just do it for a month and see how you get on. All you have to do is make 35 quid, and honestly, you can do that in one sale. You can do 10 times that in one sale if you were lucky enough to make that. You see people on the Discord servers who make £350 from one sale. I think my highest profit was about 295 from one sale. So that's like probably about a third of that, nearly getting on for a third of that profit was one sale. and it's just mental. It's absolutely mental what people buy things for. If you're lucky enough to get some of these stuff, and honestly, you miss out on quite a bit. So they're called, like cops. You miss out on quite a bit, but you do get some stuff, and you kind of worry at a time, like you're paying money for this stuff, and I'm thinking, who's gonna who's I'm paying like say £100 for this item. I'm just giving an example here. I'm paying £100 for this item. I would never dream of paying £100 for that item for myself, and then you're trying to sell it for like say two. You're trying to sell it for £200 to £300, and you're thinking, I wouldn't pay 100 for it. So who the hell's going to pay 200 to 300? But it's unbelievable what people will pay for certain things, and that's where this guy's expertise come in, and that's where the expertise comes in. It's supply and demand basically. You're getting low supply low supply items which are in very very high demand, and that's where the money's made. And I'll come clean now. I think the resell, I've just hovered over the link there. I do get a kickback on this one if you were to use my link, and by all means go in and don't use my link. I'm not really bothered either way, because I think for this one I get about a fiver. For anybody who signs up, I get a fiver, which it's not going to make me rich, but if you do want to use my link, then by all means do. This one's going to go off the radar for me now because I've let my subscription lapse, but I will be picking it up next year when I've got some time, which will be next summer, probably now. But I could imagine, I think it's just starting to pick up now, for Christmas and New Year, well, Christmas period. Could imagine the next month or so being absolutely bonkers on this thing. I really could, and it's absolute shame I don't have time to do it in November. That's the other downside. You have to spend a bit of time. A lot of people, when you look on the Discord servers and stuff, and on the chat rooms, a lot of people do have a full time job, and they're doing it outside their job, which is fine. All you need to do really is spend an hour or two on a morning or night, just sourcing products, listing products, and selling products. Um, selling. It's not my favorite part, but I'll tell you what is when you actually sell something and you've made such a profit on it. If you sell it on Facebook or Gumtree, you typically have people coming around to like pay for it and that, and always trying to knock you down. And you just stick to I just stick to my guns and say, well, no, that's the price. I do have a lower limit I'd take. Like if I'm selling something for like say 150 quid, I might drop like 140, 130, but I'd know that in my mind before anybody turned up. Sorry, I'm just choking here. But yeah, that's that one. And unfortunately, I can't do it. Well, I can't do it while I'm in Spain. It's not conducive to doing it in Spain because you can't get hold of the stuff. You would need somebody more or less doing what you're doing in the UK. You have yourself still here, or somebody to do the work you're doing. That's too much work for somebody, and so I'll probably be picking that one up, like I say, next March or April once I'm back. So now I've got expert football trading here. This is a new one for this month. I've made £24 this month with them. Basically, I had about, I don't know, from my match betting days, I think I had about 500 quid in smart.
This event will start in 1 minute.
Oh, that's fair, but so I had about £500 in SmartRates, and I took 300 out, left myself with 200, and so then I started with a bank of 200, and I've been using his I've been using his tips, and I've ended up with 224.27. That's probably only about 2 or 3 weeks in October. It was only partway through October when I started, and I'm putting £4 bets on, which is 2% of the bank. I'm also doing a footy stats free. I get a free email every day with tips on. That's not going very well. I've only started on the 1st of November, but even the 1st and the 2nd, it's not going great. But I'll come back with that results next month. Campsite Warden, that's finished now. Just finished. Hurrah. So we'll be back about April time next year. Leaving the camper in the car, leaving the camper at the site, and we're going to go to Spain in the car. It's a little bit cheaper, and typically we travel down to Spain pretty quickly anyway. So But we have got sleeping arrangements in the car, which I bought a little Campal unit. I might put a review on the website about that. After all, the site is about. Sorry, on YouTube, not the website. The channel is all about drifting, making money on the road. But anyway, that's the update for this month. An absolutely cracking month. Like I say, November and December is like winding down now for Christmas. I'm not interested in making any more. Well, not to the extent that I have been. I'm expecting stuff to go back to like sort of January, February, March numbers here, which I ain't got a problem with at all. It's kind of seasonal what I've been doing, especially with this manual work here. And we'll just see how we get on. Even if I earn nothing in the next 2 months, I've had an absolutely belting year. I'm up to nearly 20 grand here. You can see, not far off. I'll be happy enough just to break the 20 grand barrier, which I'm pretty confident we'll do. And that's about it. Okay, thanks for watching. Gan Canny.